Most people say Lightroom is better than Capture One, but I've tried Capture One recently. So I've been editing for more than 3 years now, and I'm going to be comparing Lightroom and Capture One, and I'm going to share you some useful feature that is inside of Lightroom that may not be inside of Capture One, and vice versa. For a long time, the masking feature inside of Lightroom is way better than Capture One. In fact, masking is the main issue I struggle with when using Capture One for the longest time, but not anymore. Now let's take this image as an example. If I want to brighten the face of this image, it's very easy to do inside of Lightroom. All I have to do is come to my masking, and other people, I'm going to click on person 1 and just going to detect the parts of the image for me. Now, since I want to mask the face and just increase the brightness on the face, I'm going to click on facial skin right here. Once I click on facial skin, I'm going to scroll the way down and click on create mask. I'm just going to create a mask of the face. So right now, any adjustment I make is going to affect the face, as you can see. And the masking is pretty accurate and precise. In the past, to do the same thing I did inside of Lightroom right now, it's going to be nearly impossible and frustrating and very difficult to do inside of Capture One. But not anymore. If I open the same image inside of Capture One, if I want to mask out the face, with this new people mask right here, if I just click on it and I want to work on only the face, I can just select face skin and click on create mask. And any adjustment I make right now is just going to affect only the face instead of Capture One, as you can see. And not just the face, I can mask out the body skin, I can mask out the lips, I can mask out the hair. So if I just select the hair and create a mask, any adjustment I make right now is going to affect only the hair. And you can do the same thing inside of Lightroom and even more, but I feel Lightroom masking is a lot better simply because you can as well mask out clothes inside of Lightroom, but we don't have that option inside of Capture One. So if I want to select the clothes and just work on only the clothes, I can click on create mask right here, click on select people and click on person 1 and just select the clothes. And right now, any adjustment I make is going to affect the clothes, but we don't have that option inside of Capture One yet. So when it comes to masking, Lightroom is way more better than Capture One, especially if you have multiple subjects or multiple people on your frame. Now take this image as an example. I have 2 people on this frame right now. Let's say I want to work on only the face of the bride. What I can do, I come to my masking, and under these people, I can select only the bride now and select only the facial skin of the bride and just create a mask. And then adjustment I make right now is going to affect only the face. But you can't do it like this inside of Capture One, but there's a way around it. So if I just open my Capture One, if I want to do that same thing inside of Capture One, if I click on this people mask right here and select the facial skin and click create mask, if I show the mask, you can see it selects both the bride and the groom. So to remove this mask from the groom, what you can do, you can just select your AI eraser tool right here and just click on the groom face, just remove it from the groom. So right now, any adjustment I make is going to affect only the bride. It's not going to affect the groom like that. Now if I zoom in, you can see there's still a little bit of mask on the groom's ear and this part of the groom. What you can do right now, you can just pick your normal eraser brush tool and just erase it from where you don't want it to affect like this. So it's a bit of work. That's why I said masking inside of Lightroom is way better than masking inside of Capture One. The layer feature inside of Capture One is one of the best features Capture One have over Lightroom. Obviously, Lightroom does not have layers, but with Capture One, you can add an adjustment layer for each adjustment you want to make. So for example, if I want to do the basic adjustment for this image, I can just click on this Jordan arrow right here and click on new feed adjustment layer and just hide the mask. Now I'm just going to increase the exposure a little bit, come to my high dynamic range, take down the highlights, maybe open up the shadow a little bit and just play with the white balance and see. Add a little bit of magenta, add a bit of blues. Let's see. All right, so see the before and after. And everything is being done on this new feed adjustment layer right here. So I can just turn this layer off and on, see the before and the after. So I can just rename this layer basic adjustments and create another layer for my color grading. So click on this arrow again, click on another new feed adjustment layer, come to my color tab and just color grade this image a little bit. I'm going to add a little of blues to the shadow area, like so. Add a bit of oranges to the highlights and add a little of greens to the midtones, just a tiny bit, like so. Then if I come to my layer, see the before and the after. Now the good thing about this layer is if you feel the effect is too much, you can just come to the opacity and just reduce the opacity of that color adjustment, or reduce opacity of the basic adjustments if you want to do that. So this is one of the best features Capture One really have over Lightroom. I love this feature. In fact, this is one of the reasons why I still use Capture One. Now, what we'll talk about which software has the better color grading tools between Lightroom and Capture One. Let's talk about retouching. If you don't already know, Capture One just introduced a new feature called Retouch, which allows you to retouch your image inside of Capture One. Obviously, we all know you can't retouch your image inside of Lightroom. That's why we have Photoshop. But since this is a video about Capture One versus Lightroom, it has nothing to do with Photoshop. With this new retouch feature, I'll say Capture One is actually ahead of Lightroom. Let me show you how that retouch actually works. Now, if I want to retouch the face of this image, I'm going to click on this brand new retouch right here. And it's going to detect the face. And if I want to remove the blemishes, I'll just come to this slider and just move this slider up. I'm just going to remove the blemishes for my image. Let's just wait for it to load. All right, it has finished removing the blemishes. See the before, and the after. You can see how good it is. Wow. And on those blemishes, you can move dark circles under the eyes. So to do that, I'm going to come to these dark circles and just move this slider up. I'm just going to face those dark circles under the eye. Obviously, it's looking too much. Maybe I'm going to take it down a little bit. Now, if I want to smooth the skin, I can just come to this even right here and just move the amount all the way up to 100. I'm just going to smooth the skin for me. Now, if I want to make the skin look smooth even more, I can come to this texture and just take this texture to 0. And it's just going to make the skin look smooth, as you can see. But obviously, it's looking too much. If you want to add texture to your image, come to this texture slider and just move it up to add texture to your image. And not just that, I think I'm going to take the texture down a little bit. All right, so about 0. I'm just going to leave it at 0. Not just that, you can actually add contour to your image. If you want to add contour, you can come to this contour slider. So I can just move the slider up to add contour. Now this is way too much, so I can just gradually reduce it until I feel it's okay. But I'm not going to add contour to this image. I can just put it at 0. So let's see our before and after of our retouch. See the before and the after. The before and the after. Now at this point, I think Capture One is way ahead of Lightroom. The only thing that comes close to this, if you want to do this side of Lightroom, let me show you that. So if maybe you want to retouch your skin side of Lightroom, the closest thing to that is come to your mask and just select the skin tone, like the face and the body, and just create a mask. So with the skin selected, you can scroll all the way down until you see textures. Once you see textures, you can just reduce the textures. So let me just hide this mask so you can see what I'm doing. So immediately I reduce the textures on the skin, the image is going to be kind of smooth. See the before and the after. The before and the after. And to remove the blemishes from your image, you can just come to your remove tool and pick your close stamp tool and just try to use the close stamp tool to remove the blemishes, but it's going to take forever. So instead of doing all that side of Lightroom, that's why we have Photoshop. You can just take your image to Photoshop and just do your skill retouching instead of Photoshop, instead of wasting your time doing that instead of Lightroom. Now, let's talk colors. Both Lightroom and Capture One are pretty good when it comes to color grading. But there are some color grading features inside of Capture One that Lightroom does not have. For example, the advanced color grading. Now with advanced color grading, I can target specific colors on my image. For example, if I want to target only this green on this image, I'll first of all create a new adjustment layer, come to my color tab, come to my advanced right here under color editor. I'm going to say advanced. And from here, I'm going to click on this picker tool and just select this green right here. Once I select this green, I can play with the range to focus on only that particular green, not to affect the rest green. So right now, if I make any adjustments, it's going to affect only this green right here. Now if I play with the hue, you can see it's affecting only the green right here. Let me just reduce the saturation down so you can see the effect. You can see it's affecting only that green. Now if you want to increase the range, you can just move this part up a little bit and also move this part up a little bit. Now I can move the saturation up again so you can see the effect. It's affecting only those green. And then you're going to say, but Lightroom can do this with point color. Yes, you're right. But this is not the edge Capture One have over Lightroom. We are going to get to that. But let me show you how you can do the same thing with point color inside of Lightroom. So if I want to target only that specific green inside of Lightroom, what I can do, I'm going to scroll the way down to my color mixer and click on my point color. I'm going to pick my pointer tool, but see what happens if I try to pick this green. If I try to select this green, it's going to say you cannot sample. I should pick a brighter area. So that's one issue you're going to encounter. So let's look for a brighter green. So maybe this one right here. or this one right here. Let's just keep clicking until we see what works. Okay, I think this place works. So I'm going to click on this one. I'm just going to select that green for us. So if I scroll the way down, I can just increase the range. So from here, I'm just going to increase the range to get more of the greens. And if I zoom in and I try to change the color, so if I come to the hue and I just try to play with the hue, you can see the effect is not as intense. Also, if I try to play with the saturation, you can see it's still missing some parts. So to add those parts to the selection, we can just click on this drop down arrow right here for the range. You can increase the hue range like so. Also, increase the saturation range, but be careful so it don't affect other greens. And also, increase the luminance range like this. So from here, you can just play with the hue. So basically, you can do the same thing inside of Lightroom, but as you can see, Lightroom is way more complicated and doesn't give you a really decent result compared to what Capture One is going to give you. So when it comes to advanced color grading, targeting specific color, the edge goes to Capture One. Now, still on color grading, do you know you can actually copy color from any image and apply it to your own image instead of Capture One? But Lightroom does not have that feature. Let me show you how to do that. So let's say I want to copy the color grading of this image and paste it on this image right here. Now to get that tool, all you have to do is right click on your toolbar, click on Add Tool, and you're going to see Match Look right here. Once you click on Match Look, it's going to open up for you. So all you have to do is drag and drop the image you want to copy the color from. So I want to copy this color. I'm just going to drag and drop it to this place right here and just going to apply that image for me. So if you scroll the way down, you have different advanced options. Now, if you don't want to copy the exposure or the white balance of this image, you can just uncheck this or uncheck any one you don't want to copy. All right. Also, if you don't want to copy the contrast, the light, the brightness, the levels, the luminance curve, you can just uncheck the adjustment you don't want to copy from this image to your own image. So you can just choose that. Also, you have the ability to apply the color grading on a new layer so that you can actually reduce the opacity or make adjustments if you want to make more adjustments to it. Also, you can save it as a preset. Now, with that being said, once I get my settings right, I'm going to look for the image which I want to apply the color on. Once I select the image which I want to apply that color on, I'm going to click on Apply. I'm just going to apply the colors on this reference image to my image on a new layer. So, see the before and the after. Then I feel the effect is too much, I can just come to my opacity and reduce the opacity of that effect. And not just that, immediately you apply that color, if I just come to my white balance, it's going to take the white balance of this reference image. Also, it's going to take the exposure of this reference image, as you can see. It's also going to take the high dynamic range of this reference image. So I can just maybe reduce the highlights if I want to do that. So I have the option to make adjustments on this color grade, because Capture One will automatically detect the whole adjustment of that my existing image and apply it to my own image. And I can tweak it manually if I want to do that. Pretty amazing, right? Now, still on the subject of color grading, in my opinion, I think this next feature is what makes Capture One actually better than Lightroom when it comes to color grading. Is the skin tone option. So for example, let's say I want to even out my skin tone and just make the whole colors of my skin to look uniform and look the same. What I can do, I'm not going to create a new field adjustment layer. Comes to my color tab. Under color editor, there's a skin tone option right here. So to use the skin tone option, once you select it, just click on this picker tool and select any part of the skin you want the rest part of your skin tone to look like. So I'm going to select this part. So I want the rest of my image to look like this skin tone right here. Immediately I select it, it's just going to open the colors for me, as you can see. Now to make the rest of the skin tone have this color, what I'm going to do, I'm going to scroll the way down and under this uniformity, I'm going to move the hue up and move the saturation up. Immediately I do that, you can see the skin tone are uniform. All right, now see the before and the after. And right now it's affecting the background. And if you don't want it to affect the background, you can remove it from the background by coming to this range and just narrow the range and just remove it from the background to make it affect only the skin tone, as you can see. So this is how it was before. Before I narrowed the range, it was affecting the background. And if I just reduce the range, it's going to affect only the skin tone. Now if I zoom in, you can see the skin tone of this image are looking uniform. All right. So, see the before and the after. Now, if you feel it's too much, you have the ability to reduce the opacity because we are working on a layer which Lightroom does not have. So, I'm just going to reduce the opacity a little bit. All right. So, this is the before and the after. The before and the after. Now, before we talk about pricing, there's this useful feature that's available in Capture One that Lightroom does not have. is the ability to change the ICC profile of your camera to any camera brand you like. So I shot this image with a Nikon camera when I went to a workshop hosted by my dad boss in Lagos. If I want the color profile of this image to look as if I shot it with a Sony, what I can do, once I come to my color tab, under this base characteristic, I can click on this ICC profile and just select any camera I want. Since I want it to look like a Sony, I can just click on Sony and select any Sony camera I want this color to look like. So let's choose this Sony A7R right here. It's post standard. If I click on it, let's see the before and after. See the before, my Nikon, the before Sony. The before Nikon, before Sony. So I can select any profile I want. So this is useful if I want to color grade that skin image. For example, this image right here, if I want to color grade it, what I can do, I'll come to my ICC profile, change it from Nikon Z8 to Leica M monochrome. Alright, so like this, Leica M monochrome neutral, and just going to give me a base my color grading, as you can see. So this is the before and the after. The before and the after. So you just desaturate the image a little bit and give me a base to start color grading. And this feature is not available inside of Lightroom. Now let's talk pricing. Obviously, there's no one-time payment on Lightroom. You have to pay either monthly or annually. But there's a one-time payment option with Capture One. But there's a downside. If you decide to go with the one-time purchase of Capture One, this is the price right here. But the downside is you're not going to get any updates from Capture One. So if there's a new update, we are not going to get it. So to get a new update, I really don't know how Capture One actually does it. Maybe you have to subscribe it, or maybe there's a discount for you. Honestly, I really don't know. Now let's move on to the monthly payments or yearly payments. The thing is, Capture One is more expensive compared to Lightroom. So this is Capture One monthly payments plan. The fee is $25 per month, while Lightroom is just $11.99 a month, which is approximately $12. Now let me tell you the reason why most people go with Lightroom. Instead of just buying Capture One for $25, you can actually get Lightroom and Photoshop for $20 a month with this photography plan right here. Now, what do I think? I think if you're just starting out, you should go with Lightroom because it's much cheaper and it comes with Photoshop. So instead of paying $25 for only Capture One, you can actually pay $20 and get both Lightroom and Photoshop. And another thing to consider is Lightroom is way more easier to learn compared to Capture One. But if you want to get the best out of your images, I'm talking about color, basic controls, advanced color grading, I'll go with Capture One. Let me know what you think about Lightroom and Capture One and which one you're currently using and why you prefer one over another in the comment section. And if you want to learn everything about Capture One, how to use Capture One from start to finish, I made an in-depth tutorial explaining it. Check out this video right here to watch it. I'll see you guys in my next one. Stay creative.